Hello, grade 6 students. This is our third video to discuss 2022 July semester examination past paper. So here we are going to discuss part 2 questions in the third video. Okay, straight away without wasting time, we'll move to the questions. Now here you have question number 1 to solve few algebraic equations. Now I'll explain how you can do this. That what is the purpose of all these equations and the solving part? We want to find the value of unknown item, right? That is our purpose. Now to find the value of y here, that what I should do, I want to send that 3 to the other side. And when we are sending that 3 to the other side, what will happen? That becomes -3. So then the y value will be 1. Right? So these are very easy equations children. So then you can keep y value in the left side as it is. And you send the number 3 to the other side. When we are sending, it becomes that -3. Then 4 minus 3, it is 1. The other one, we know the second one, 4x we have. Children, 4x means 4 multiplied by x, right? Now that here I have 4 multiplied by x is equal to 16. So then what is the value of x? So then the 16 you divide by 4. So then the x value will be 4. Why? That the earlier the 4 was there as a multiplication. When I am sending him to the other side, it becomes division 4. Then 16 divided by 4, my answer will be 4. Then the next one, again, you know the same thing we have children. 7x means 7 times x. So then I write it as it is, that the 7 times x equal to 1. And I want to keep x along to find its value. And I am sending that 7 to the other side. What will happen? So then that multiplication 7 becomes a division, that 1 over 7. You keep that, you can't simplify this, that if you divide, you get a decimal number. So then you can keep the answer, x is equal to 1 over 7. So this is how you want to solve the equations and find the unknown value, x or y. Okay, so then we'll move to question number 2. And I can remember, I explained some of the concepts related to this in video 1. When we are multiplying a decimal number, I ask you to do what, children? You just multiply the numbers. 2 times 3, you get 6, right? Forget about the decimals. You just multiply the two numbers they have given. 2 times 3, it is 6. But when you are giving the final answer, you want to consider the decimals. So how we are going to do it, that how many decimals you have? Here you have 2 decimal places. Here you have 2 decimal places, right? That means in the answer, there should be 4 decimal places. See how I'm writing it? That you can write 0.0006 with 4 decimal places. Hope it is clear. That first you multiply 2 and 3, it gives me 6. Then in the question, I count that how many decimal places are there. 2 decimal places and 2 decimal places, I multiply them together. In the answer, there should be 4 decimal places. So my answer is 0.0006. In the next one, it is a division. Now here you have 0.06 divided by 0.02. When you have a question like this, children, it's easier to write it as a fraction. Why? I want to show you something. When you find a decimal number in the denominator, first of all, before start the division, we want to convert that decimal number into a whole number. To convert this decimal number to a whole number, what we should do, children? We want to multiply it by 100. How I decided to multiply it by 100 straight away? Because here I have 2 decimal places. When I have 2 decimal places, that I want to multiply it by 100. So then I write it like this. If I'm doing something to the denominator, I want to do the same thing to the numerator. So then what I do, That 0.06 you multiply by 100, it gives me 6. And 0.02 you multiply by 100, it gives me 2. Then 6 divided by 2, the answer is 3. Okay, so 6 divided by 2, answer is 3. So then straight away you write the answer 3. But you want to show the steps, how you get the answer. Right. So then we will move to the next one. The next one, again, it is a division. And I can write it as a fraction. 0.015 divided by 0.3. I told you children that if you find a decimal value in the denominator, first of all, you want to convert it into a whole number. Now you just tell me that 0.3, one decimal place. Therefore, I multiply this by 10. Right? Earlier I multiplied the number by 100 because I had 2 decimal places. Now I have only 1 decimal place. Therefore, I multiply by 10. Then I do the same thing here. Now what will be my answer? 0.15 divide by 3. Now you may think that teacher, that you converted the decimal number into a whole number in the denominator and you did the same treatment for the numerator, but still in the numerator we can find the decimal value. It doesn't matter. When you have the decimal value in the numerator, but you have the whole number in the denominator, what you do, children, you forget about the decimals, you divide 15 by 3. What is the answer? It is 5. Then you keep 2 decimal places because you have 2 decimal places in the numerator. Hope it is clear. First, you write the given number as a fraction. Then only you can see that the denominator is having a decimal number. You want to convert the decimal number into a whole number. Looking at the number of decimal places, that I can see that this number I want to multiply by 10. So then if I'm doing something to the denominator, I should do the same thing to the numerator. So then I multiply the numerator also by 10. Then I got the answer 0.15 divided by 3. Now I want to do the division. So when you have a decimal number in the numerator, we don't worry that much. We just divide the number, that 15 by 3. Then I get the answer 5. Then we keep the appropriate number of decimal places. Here in the question, I have 2 decimal places. So then I keep it like that, 0.05. And the next question, again, you have the multiplication and the decimal numbers. You want to do the same thing, children. Why? That the 7 you multiply by 3. It gives me 21. 7 times 3, 21. That 21 you multiply by 6. 6 times 1, 6. 6 times 2, 12. 126. Here I have 1 decimal place. Here I have 1 decimal place. Here I have 1 decimal place. In the answer, there should be 3 decimal places. Therefore, I write 0.126. How you got 126? So you just multiply the numbers. 7 times 3, 21. 21 times 6, 126. First you find the answer. After that, you can keep the correct number of decimal places looking at the decimal places in the question itself. Right. So then we'll move to the question number 3. Question number 3, that you can find that the A terms and B terms. First, what I do, children, I collect the like terms. That the 3A and 4A, they are like terms. So then 2B and 3B, they are like terms, right? After collecting the like terms means that it is not that. If you say that the 2B and 2A, they are not like terms, children. Even though you have 2 and 2, that you just look at, it's kind of that let's say that the surname, right? So then we have Nimal Hera and Nimal Pereira. Both of them are Nimals, right? So but then the Hera and Pereira. So they are from 2 different families. So they are not like terms. But if you have that the Nimal Herath and Sunil Herath, both of them are from the same family. For an example, I am telling you to identify this. Even though it is Nimal and Sunil, so then both of them are from the Herath family, so that then they can consider as the like terms. Likewise, that here when you have 2B and 2A children, yes, it is 2 and 2, but they are not like terms. But if you have something like this, let's say 2B and 5B, yes, 2 and 5 are different, but you have that the B and B terms. So then they are like terms. That is how you identify the like terms. Now here 2A and 4A, sorry, 3A and 4A, that you have the negative sign. Then what will be the answer? Negative 1A. Then 2B and 3B, what is the answer? It is 5B. Then I write this as 5B minus A. Normally, we don't write that 1A, right? Even though it is negative 1A, normally we don't write it. We just write it as negative A. Negative value that we don't keep in front of the answer. So these are the no hard and fast rule that you can just keep it as negative A plus 5B. But I decorated the answer that I just wrote it as 5B minus A. Here you want to be careful. You have multiplication. When you have the multiplication, children, you know that the 4x is 4 times x. 3x means 3 times x. 2x means 2 times x, right? What you do, that the 4, you multiply by 3, you multiply by 2, and x, x, x. First I took the numbers to multiply. So then here I can write that the 4 times 3, 12. 12 times 2, it is 24. And x, when you multiply 3 times, it is x to the power 3. Therefore, I can conclude my answer 24x to the power 3. Okay, 24x to the power 3. So you want to be careful that when you have the addition and subtraction, the way you do is different from the way you are doing it with the multiplication and division. The second question, it is a multiplication, and the first one, it is addition and subtraction. Okay, so then we'll move to the next question. Here, that when you see this, straight away I can mark this as 70. How I decide it like that? What is the reason, children? So that is vertically opposite angle. Vertically opposite angle. You can write the reason here as it is, that opposite angles. So they are equal. Then I can write A and 70 equal to 180. Why is that? We can see the parallel lines, right? And you know that the C letter type angle, it is the interior angle. Inside the bracket, you write interior angles. So then the A, you find 180 degrees minus 70 degrees. So then the A is equal to 110. Okay, so this is how you want to get the answer. So the next one, you can see here, it is a straight line, and these are angles on the straight line. And this angle, we have a small square. We know it is 90-degree right angle. And I write B plus 90 degree is equal to 180. What is the reason? Angles on a straight line. Angles on a straight line. So then the B is equal to 180 minus 90, and B is equal to 90 degrees. Right? So then you know that when you have the 90 degree, that the other angle straight away it is 90 degree. But we want to give the reason and find the A and B values. So then only you get the full marks. So then we will move to the question number 1. Okay, so it's all about the fractions. The first one, it is very easy. How that you have the same denominator, you draw the longer line like this and write that common denominator, then you just add the numerators. 1 plus 3, it is 4. But you can simplify this. 4 times 1 and 4 times 2. Right? So that's the simplest possible version of the answer. Then the next one, children, you have mixed numbers. First of all, you want to convert the mixed numbers into improper fraction. Here, how do you do that? 5 times 6, 30, plus 3, 33 over 5. Then I write here 5 times 6, 3, 30, 33 over 5. Then the next one, 3 times 3, 9, 9 plus 1, 10, and here you have it. So then 10 over 3. Then when you take 5 and 3, what is the LCM? You want to find the LCM, that gives me 50. Then I write here 15 and 15. You just see how I'm doing it. And I will take a different color. So then 5, I multiplied by 3, and I want to multiply this also by 3. And this one, I multiply this by 5, and I multiply this also by 5. So then my answer will be here 99, here 50. So then I have the same denominator, 15. Therefore, I can subtract the numerator value 99, subtract 50. So then the 99 subtract 50, the answer is 49. Right, the answer is 49. Here I have that the 49 over 15. So then I want to convert this into mixed number. I divide this by 15. 15 times 3, 45, divided the 45, then I get the remainder 4. How I'm going to write it as a mixed number, children? 3, 4 over 50. This is one method to do this. But this is not the only method to do that you can remember. In the book also, they have explained a different way. That they have first solved the whole numbers, 6 minus 3, then it gives you 3. Then they simplify 3 over 5 and 1 over 3 separate. That is how they have done. So if you have that, if you have used that method also, so that is also totally fine. But normally when I'm explaining, so this method is easier for me, that I am sure that the easier with a reason that sometimes when you are trying to do the other method, when you get, let's say 4 over 4, then you get 1, you want to add it to the other whole number. Kind of that the additional steps will be there. That is why I don't prefer to have that method. So then I prefer to have this method. Then I don't have those kind of additional method. But by any chance, if you have followed that, I can't say it is wrong, that you can continue. As far as you get the same answer, that you will get the marks if you can show your steps well in the exam. Right. So then we will move to the next question, that here you have 3a. I write it as 3 times a. Then I write 25 here. Then I have 5, right? So then I have 9 times a times a. Okay, that the a square. 5 times 1 and 5 times 5. 3 times 1 and 3 times 3. A times 1 and a times. So then what is the answer? So that is 1. So then 5 times 3, 15, 15. Then I write it nicely. Yes. 3 times 3, 9. 5 times 5, 25. A and E cancel. So in the numerator, you don't have anything, just 1. 1 times 1, 1. So then 5 times 3, 15, 8. Yes, this is how you want to get the answer. Then we will move to question number 6. There are 2 parcels. The second parcel is 3 kilograms, 200 grams, and it is 700 grams more than the first parcel. Now, children, they have given the second parcel weight 3 kilogram and 200 grams. And another information they are giving. So the second parcel is 700 grams more than the first parcel. That means that if I take the first parcel, it is that 700 grams less than the second parcel. So then what you want to do, that you deduct 700 grams from this to get the first parcel weight. I repeat, the second parcel is 700 grams more than the first parcel. That means first parcel is 700 grams less than the second parcel. So then I want to deduct 700, but 700 I can't deduct from 200. So then I want to borrow it from the next door. This 200 will become 1200. You know these things. From that, I deduct 700, then it gives me 500. So then here I write 500 grams, but now I don't have 3 kilograms here. Instead, I have 2 kilograms. So then you want to find the weight of the first parcel in kilograms and grams. So then I write the weight of the first parcel equal to 2 kilograms and 500 grams. If you want to cross-check whether your answer is correct, children, you can do it like this. That it is 2 and 500 grams. No? So you just add 700 for this and see whether you get the same answer. Yes, it is 3 kilograms and 200 grams. So that is the second parcel weight. That means we have found it correctly. Right. So then we will move to the next one. The perimeter of the rectangle 30. Now you know the rectangle, the opposite sides are equal. If this is that the 2x, this will also be 2x. If this is x and the other one also will be x. This is how you mark the sides of the rectangle. And write a formula for the perimeter of the rectangle. Children, how do you find the perimeter of a figure? That you start from one corner, you go around this shape and come back to the initial stage, right? So then you have 2x and you have x, again you have 2x and x, right? So this is equal to 30. They have given it. You just add these 2x plus x, 3x, 3x plus 2x, 5x, 5x plus x, it is, so then you want to write that the simplified. So that is 6x is equal to 30. And you want to find the value of x, that the 6x means 6 times x equal to 30. Then x is equal to 30 over 6. That is, so then the x value is 5 centimeter. Your final answer you want to keep in centimeter, because that they are talking about the centimeter values here. That those are lengths and widths, right? Okay, so then we will move to the question number 8. An orange is xp and an apple is yp. Write a formula for the cost of 3 apples. 1 apple is yp. Y pens, maybe they are they mean that the Y pens, or else we'll just take it as yp. And if you have 3 such apple, it should be 3yp. And for oranges, one orange is expense, and you are going to buy 4 such orange. So then it is 4x. Write a formula for the cost. So then this is the total cost. If you pay with ZP, write a formula for the balance you get. The balance you get will be is equal to ZP. So that's the amount you pay that you want to deduct 3YP and 4XP. That's the total cost now. 3YP and 4XP. I want to get just check it again that the apple is YP. Therefore 3YP. Orange is XP. Therefore it is 4XP. So then the total cost will be 3YP and 4XP. I add them together and I want to deduct the total cost from ZP, that is the amount you pay. So then to find the balance you get, so then ZP minus 3YP 4XP. Okay, children, so the next question we have that the pie chart question. I told you in video 2 also. I will release one video for all the pie chart questions, right? 2022, 21, then 20, 18, that for all the pie chart question, I will release you a separate video. Therefore, so that is the end of 2022 paper, right? End of 2022 second semester examination paper, but we have one more question that it will be in the fourth video. So this is the third video and you can see the last question in the fourth video, not only 2022 paper, but also 2021, 20, 2019, that all these the pie chart questions will be in one video. That is video number 4. Okay, children, keep in touch that you will get the fourth video after this to discuss or to learn about the pie chart. Till then, so you go through video 1, 2, 3. See you, children.